Grady. Mornings on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio.
A walk-off homer in the bottom of the 14th inning. What a night.
From opening day.
Hammer to left field. See you later. Mike Trout, how's that to start the season?
To the All-Star game.
Oh my goodness, he crushed it. Giancarlo Stanton and the American League with one swing has tied it up.
457-foot home run. How much fun was that?
Oh, that was amazing.
This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Welcome back. You are tuned into Lady Tiger Fast Pitch as Alamogordo faces off against the Gadsden Lady Panthers. We've already had our first out of the inning as Isabel Pignon grounded out to Amani Kosum at third. And there's one down. Alamogordo won the first game 15-0 in 3 innings. It is Danielle Calderon that is in the number 2 spot for Gadsden. Iceland Ortiz pitching game 2, just she did game 1, did not allow a hit in the 3 innings of work. First pitch will miss. The count is 1-0. And we will post some stats up on our Facebook for the first game. If you were looking for that, we'll be sure to have that up there for you. 1-0 pitch. That's right in there for a strike. Count evens at 1. So the Lady Tigers, pretty much the same. Iceland Ortiz. Haley Evans is behind home plate. First base is Rain Daly. Second base is Sydney Lessentine. Shortstop Mariah Granados. Third base is Amani Kosum. A bunt that is going to go foul into the third base box. 1-2. Outfield switched up a little bit. We've got Madison Ruiz out in left. Center field is Maylee Herrera, and Alexis Rodriguez is out in right field for the Lady Tigers. So changed up a few things. Alexis, Maylee, and then Alyssa Bautista, who's a DP, did not play game 1. Swing and a miss. The late offering, 1-2. Or I should say a strikeout for Ortiz. Ortiz struck out 4 in that first game. And she will face off against Ayana Uranga. Swing and a miss as she goes after one below the knees. And Uranga will step back in. Ortiz, the righty, winds and deals. And a ground ball foul behind home plate. And the count is 0-2. Lady Tigers with the win earlier, 18-7 and 11-3 in district. Trying to get to 12-3 with one more win this season. The 0-2. And well done by Uranga to hold off on a pitch at the letters. 1-2. Uranga's pretty big in stature. She's somebody I feel like if she got a hold of one, she could really send it far. That she maybe has some power with that bat. 1-2. All right, in there for a called strike 3. And 1-2-3 down go the Lady Panthers here in inning number 1. All right, go to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Game 2 of the Lady Tigers doubleheader against the Gadsden Panthers on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo not in front yet. They are going to the bottom of the first inning with no score. They won the first game 15-0. The Gadsden defensive setup here for game two. Alyssa Gomez gets the starting pitching nod here in game number two. They've used, this will be the fourth different pitcher between the two games that they have gone with. Genesis Montenegro catching once again. Ayana Uranga at first is at first again. Danielle Calderon at second. Isabel Pignon at short. And Michaela Lotta is at third. The outfield is Brianna Soria in left. The Sienna Granados in center. And in right field, it'll be Leisha Renteria. And the first pitch will miss 1-0 to Amani Kosum. So Kosum leads off. Order pretty much same for the Lady Tigers. Kosum, Granados, Lessentine, Evans, Daly. Then it's Alexis Rodriguez, Alyssa Bautista, who's DPing for Madison Ruiz. And then it's Maylee Herrera and Iceland Ortiz. Next pitch is over for a strike, 1-1 to Kosum. Kosum will take a practice swing, then get some dirt on her right hand, wipe it off in her pants, and then step back into the box. Swing and miss on the next, and it's 1-2. Good movement on that pitch from Gomez. And here is a base hit to left field for Kosum, and Kosum is going to race around to second because it's a misplay, and we'll see what Kosum does here. She is going to go ahead and try and score. Here comes the throw in. It is not in time. And inside the park home run for Amani Kosum. Misplay in right field. You knew she was going to at least extend it into a double, but using her stellar speed, she raced around the base pass and scores. And Alamogordo leads 1-0. That's been probably the biggest thing for Gadsden in this game is their outfielders have had some problems on routine plays. Shortstop, and that one's going to come up on the shortstop, and it'll be an error on the Lady Panthers. Puts a runner on as Granados will reach. So maybe if we have any baseball updates for you guys, they might be done with the first game down in Gadsden, but it has not been updated on Max Prep, so don't know. And pitches outside. Granados is going to steal pretty easily. One hopper that gets into the outfield, but Granados unable to advance any further. And it'll be Sydney Lassentine. She had a 3-run home run in the first game. Ended up with 5 RBIs, I believe, in game number 1. And in their first strike, counts 1-1 on Sid. The pitch. Ground ball to the left side, again to short. This one fielded cleanly. Toss on to first, and they got her. So it's 6-3 on the put out. Does allow Granados to advance to third, and Haley Evans will come to the plate for the Lady Tigers with a runner on third and one down. 1-0 Alamogordo in the bottom of the first inning. Alma really didn't start to heat up until the second inning in the last game. So see maybe if it's similar to this one, or if the Lady Tigers can get the bats going like they did in the second inning of Game 1, when they scored 11 runs. This is hit pretty hard and high, but it's going to curve foul here. It does go out of the park, but Evans did hit a home run on Monday. So I'm sure looking to try to make that happen again. 0-1 the count. Granado stands at third. Rain Daly is in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. And the pitch is just going to miss. The 1-1. And this is softly off the end of the bat, right to second. It is caught, and there's 2 down. Brings up Rain Daly, who went 3 for 3 with a triple, an RBI, and 3 runs scored in game number 1 of our doubleheader. As Daly steps in, try to keep a hot bat that she had from game number 1. And that's going to miss just a little bit high. By the way, really good crowd for this evening's game. Stands here filled pretty much to capacity, it looks like, on the near side. Maybe not totally in the closest to the Gadsden dugout. Even got people that are going out to the center field stands to watch tonight. 1-0. That's low. And now 2-0 to Daly. Probably not your final chance to see the Lady Tigers in action. Certainly last doubleheader to see them in action. But should have a state playoff game here next Friday. And Daly, hard hit. And hopefully everybody was paying attention up the first base side. Doesn't appear that it got anybody, but certainly had a lot of velocity coming off the Daly bat. And she'll step back in. 2-1. And it's a ground ball to third. And problem at third, it'll allow the run to score. And Daly will get to first easily. Yeah, call that an E5. So 2 errors in the inning have allowed 2 runs to score and keeps the inning alive for Alexis Rodriguez in her first at-bat of the day. And she'll step back and take a couple of practice swings as the Gadsden pitcher wanting to double-check her pitch cheat sheet. And first pitch is going to miss high. Daly not moving on that pitch, 1-0. If you're just tuning in, this is game 2 of our doubleheader. Normally we'd probably be finishing game 1, but that's going to one-hop back to the catcher. Montenegro able to keep that in front of her, 2-0. Gadsden, by the way, drops to 1-24 with that defeat earlier. And that misses as well, 3-0. Gomez steps back, and she's ready to go. Runner on first with 2 out. And the pitch to Rodriguez. And that's in there for a strike. Hits the inside corner, 3-1. Rodriguez, over the last number of games, has been swinging the bat really well for the Lady Tigers, at least the ones that I've seen here. She's really come on here in the last few weeks of the season. Here comes the 3-1. And she rips this, but it's going to go foul. Would have had the distance, but a little bit too early on it, 3-2. And so Alexis will step out of the box, take a couple practice swings, see if she can time it up a little bit better. Daly still over at first, 2-0 lead. And here comes the 3-2. And a ground ball to third, and that one's going to get through. Daly will advance to third. Rodriguez will move up to second on the play. And the throw in is a little bit off the mark from the cutoff man, but it's grabbed by Gomez in the circle. So everybody stays where they're at. And so second and third for Alyssa Bautista come into plate as the lefty will. I don't know if she forgot her bat or needed a different bat, but she had to run back to the dugout real quickly. And looks like we see a change defensively for Gadsden. They're going to move the shortstop Pignon over to third, and Lotta, the third baseman, moves over to short. Bautista will watch that one. The letters miss, and the count is 1-0. Herrera in the on-deck circle. All three of these ladies getting their first at-bats of the day. We'll see if Herrera gets hers this inning or if it'll be the next. 1-0. Again, high and went off of Montenegro's glove, but didn't get too far. Everybody stays where they're at. 2-0. And this is a high pop-up. Should be playable. And it is. The center fielder on and grabs it as Gonzalez gets it. Lady Tigers leave 2 on. They come away with 2 hits in the inning, 3 Gadsden errors, and Alamogordo leads 2-0 after 1 inning of play. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We'll be back right after this.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
from the Winter Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU has a Visa Platinum credit card. It offers a low introductory rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, low monthly payment, and more. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Loads of changes here for the Lady Tigers as they have brought in Alexis Rodriguez from right field to pitch. They let Iceland Ortiz pitch that first inning and then decided to move her over to short. They've moved Mariah Granados to third. Haley Evans is at second. At first base, it's Rain Daly. Kosa moves from third base to right field. And the first pitch from Rodriguez in there for a strike to Alyssa Gomez. And the count is 0-1. And then Alyssa Bautista catching, which we haven't seen this year. So I don't think I've actually seen her play defensively all season long. So I don't know if that's her natural position. But she looks comfortable back there, 0-2. Yeah, that'll be something next year that I don't know if Evans is going to be the full-time catcher, or maybe Bautista, or if it'll be a mix, and that pitch misses outside, 1-2. Went off of Bautista's glove. Nobody on, no issues. So Ruiz is still in left, Herrera still in center. They've pulled Lessentine from the game. And so giving some different players an opportunity. And that one just missed, I believe, outside. 2-2. Now, it's the first time in a while that we've seen the Lady Tigers, I feel like, have three ladies that can come in and give them good innings pitching, and a ground ball fouled, and that one, Gomez kind of crumbled to the ground afterwards, but she seems to be okay. She got back up and appears to be smiling afterwards, so that's good. She'll step back into the box, and she's ready to go. Again, it's Alexis Rodriguez now pitching for the Lady Tigers. And down and in, she misses on the 2-2, and it's 3-2. Sienna Gonzalez in the on-deck circle, and then Michaela Lotta also due up here in the inning for Gadsden. And this one popped up, and it'll be back in our direction, and it'll get out of play as it rolls up against the roof here on the Crow's Nest. And the pitch. And that's going to be in the dirt and to the backstop. Bautista needs to hurry up and grab this, make sure that the runner doesn't try and move up to second. She has it now. So the off walk surrendered by Rodriguez, and it'll bring up Sienna Gonzalez. She'll get her first swings. We'll also see a courtesy runner here for Gadsden as number 4 comes on and runs for the pitcher Gomez. And that'll be Avril Heredia. Pitch is down and away from Rodriguez, 1-0 to Gonzalez. Alexis will grab some dirt in her hand, then wipe it off on her right hip. She holds the ball right now at her right hip, kind of spinning it around. Puts it in her glove into her motion, and a running swing from the lefty Gonzalez, and she'll foul that off the screen. And the count moves to 1-1. Gonzalez will step in. Batting stance with her lead leg kind of back and then moves it forward and took a wild swing. Toss over to first by Bautista. Runner was back in time, and it's 1-2. If I'm Gadsden, I'm maybe a little different catcher out there. Maybe try to steal second, but I'm sure they want to keep the base runner. At least test Alyssa and see what she's got in terms of an arm. And here is a ground ball that is going to go foul up the third base line, hit right on the chalk, and then the English sort of spun it over onto the foul side. Count remains 1-2. 2-0, by the way, your score. Alamogordo in front. We're in the top of the second inning. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Alamogordo cruised 15-0 in game number 1. Rodriguez ready to go. 1-2. Couldn't get the call on the outside part of the plate. And the count is 2-2. As Rodriguez looks in, here's the pitch. And this one hit in the air, and this is going to be a slap hit over the head of the third baseman. And a base hit, so walk single. And Gadsden's got a couple on here with Michaela Lotta coming to the plate. I gotta say something you don't see a lot as well is a left-handed catcher. I feel like I don't see it. You see a lot of, I feel like, lefty first baseman. That's not too unusual. But I feel like I don't see a lot of lefty catchers. Having some trouble with the bag over at first. Looks like it's come out of the hole over there, and they're having a little bit of trouble getting it back down in there, but seems to be good as first head coach Coach Ronnie Reyes come out, and then Coach Lunar also make his way out of the dugout. Looked like they were going to work on it, but it seems like we're good to go. So we'll get back to action with runners on first and second and nobody out here in the top of the second. First time all day that Gadsden has threatened. And we'll see if Alexis can work out of some trouble. Here's a ground ball. It could be a double play. And she tags one, throws to first, but the throw's off the mark, and the run is going to come across and score. So Evans was able to get the tag out and then just missed through over to Daly. And so Gomez, or her courtesy runner, I should say, Heredia, comes around and scores on the play, and it's 2-1. Did it hit her glove? Okay, I couldn't tell. I thought that it was the throw into the ground, but I guess maybe it was just a misplay by Rain. Hard to tell, but there was a miscommunication there at the junction trying to get that throw over to first. So Gonzalez was tagged out, so fielder's choice 4 unassisted. And then it's either E4 or E3. Here comes a throw over to first. They were going to try to get the pickoff. Runner gets back just in time. 0-2 the count to Lotta. Or I should say to Martinez. I'm sorry. Lotta's the one that's over at first. And that one's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Martinez heads back to the dugout, and Brianna Soria will come to the plate. Two down in the inning. 2-1 Alamogordo leads. Here's the pitch. Right in there for a strike. Counts 0-1 to Soria, the right-hander. Yes, the right-hander. Wind has picked up considerably more than thought in this game. And here comes a pickoff throw to first, and then a throw to second is going to be a little bit late. So the runner got about halfway between the bag, and she decided to go after Bautista threw it over to first. And the runner advances into scoring position. 0-2, though, to the person at the plate, and this one is hit in the air to left field. Ruiz running forward. She makes a nice running play in left center field, and the inning is over. So Gadsden scores 1 on an Alamogordo error. They pick up a hit in the inning. They leave 1 on. And Alamogordo, as I mentioned, with the error. And it's 2-1 with Gadsden trailing Alamogordo. We'll see what the Lady Tigers can do in their second inning at the plate. That'll be coming up next. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Second inning of Lady Tigers hitting here, bottom of the second. Alamogordo leads 2-1 as the first pitch is in for a strike to Maylee Herrera, who leads off. Herrera hitting from the left-hand side. And she gets into this one, but it's a high pop-up to right center field. And again, coming on and making a nice play is center fielder Sienna Gonzalez. And there's one down. Iceland Ortiz hitting the number 9 spot comes up. So I have to assume. Now, be curious to see when we get to the top of the order what the change is for Alamogordo. I don't know if they're going to move Sid into the designated player or no. Okay. So we'll see what some of the moves are there when we get to the top part of the lineup. But Kosum will be up next. Ortiz. Here's the pitch. And that's going to miss, and it's stepping back to the box, Ortiz. 1 out, base is empty, and bottom of 2. And that's going to miss high. And the pitch. That's in their first strike, 2-1. Ortiz, a couple of practice swings, then works her way back in. And the pitch. Hard hit, and Ronnie Reyes had to get out of the way over there at the third base box, but he's okay. Foul ball, 2-2. It was well hit there from Ortiz, but too far in front. Now Gomez has got herself a 2-strike count. She's been pretty solid here in this game. And really, if her defense hasn't had a few issues there, it might be a 1-1 game. Here's a ground ball to short, and that is through the glove of the shortstop. And it's been a little bit of a tough go of it for that young lady. She was over at third and picked up an error. And actually, they had picked up an error at short and third in that first inning. And so another error at short for Gadsden, and it puts a runner on. And Ortiz will stay on. She's no longer the pitcher, so no courtesy runner for him, or for her, I should say. And it'll be Amani Kosum coming to the plate. Pitch is high. Ortiz stealing. Here's the throw. They got her. Wow, good throw there from Montenegro. And Gomez is going to come all the way back on plate and give her a high five with that. So caught stealing is Ortiz, and there's 2 down. So good throw. And 1-0 the count to Kosum. A good start here for Gadsden. See if they can be competitive. Kosum going to pop this one up and out of play. Count evens up at 1. Montenegro kind of tossed that back to her pitcher and ended up going into the outfield. So we're on a little bit of a hold. No huge rush here from the center fielder. Now we got it back in. Okay. So Kosum with the count even at 1. And the pitch. And she pops this one up to right field. Charging on it and making a nice basket catch out there in right field is Renteria. And the inning is over. So Gadsden puts down Alamogordo in order in the bottom of the second, and it's a 2-1 Alamogordo lead as we go to the top of the third. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winter Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU has a Visa Platinum credit card. It offers a low introductory rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, low monthly payment, and more. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, and we got another pitching change. Third pitcher of the game already, and we see Sydney Lessentine in the circle for the first time in this doubleheader, and so we'll put Mariah Granados back behind home plate. It's kind of interesting. Every pitcher's got their own particular catcher, it seems like. So it's Mariah for Sid, it's Haley for Ice, and it's, I guess, Alyssa for Alexis, but we hadn't seen Alyssa catch before. So Kosum's back at third. Alexis is back out in right. And here's a bunt pop-up by Genesis Montenegro, and 0-1. And so they've moved Haley to second base, back where she was earlier. Ice is still at short. And I think that's everybody we got that correct now. So 0-1 the count. And we get to see Sid pitch tonight, which is always good. And a little bit low, and the hitter left the bat out there, so she's going to get called for a strike on the bunt attempt, and it's 0-2. Montenegro, Pinon, and Calderon here in this inning for Gadsden. 0-2. Fouled off, just getting a piece of it, and we'll keep it 0-2. And I will say one thing, Alamo hasn't really got the bats going against Gamez, so we'll be interested to see if Alamo gets things going on the other side. Certainly putting Sid in now gives them a bit more stability, the pitching side of things. And the swing and a miss, I thought that the hitter got a piece of that. I guess she did not. And so the Gadsden coach is going to come over and talk to that. And so it went off of the glove of Granados to the backstop. She had to go grab and throw to first and get the out. So it was a swing and a miss. And the smile from the home plate umpire afterwards, I think he knew that there was a sound. I thought that she fouled it off, to be honest, but I guess it was the sound of the softball hitting the catcher's mitt. And strikeout for Lessentine regardless, and one down as they had to throw over first to get the out. Here's the pitch from Sid. And that's going to hit that inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. One down. Alamogordo leading 2-1. We're in the top of the third. And the pitch. Line right back up the middle. Base hit. So Pinon with Gadsden's second hit of this game. And we'll see a courtesy runner? No, she's grabbing the bat. Okay. She was running over to first there for a second. Oh, why is that a courtesy runner there? So it's Danielle Calderon that'll come to the plate. She struck out her first time up. That was against Ortiz. So we've had Ortiz in the first, Rodriguez in the second, and now Sid here in the third. And this one has popped up into foul territory, and Amani Kosum was charging from third on a bunt attempt, and I thought for a second there she might have a chance to make a play on that, but she a little bit too far away to make a grab on that. Kosum about halfway up the line at third base. Now she's going to take a few steps back. Daly probably about only a third of the way or quarter of the way up the first base line towards home plate. Tried to bunt. The pitch was low, and she left it out there, and it's 0-2. A couple times the Gadsden players have left the bunt out there and been a called strike on a pitch that probably would have been a ball. Here's the 0-2. High and away it misses, and 1-2. So Ortiz had two strikeouts in her run. Rodriguez had a strikeout. And Sid already with her first strikeout of this game. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball up the first base line. That's going to stay fair, and she will tag the runner up the first base line. Does allow the Pinon to advance to second on the play, but 3 unassisted, and Calderon is out. 2 down, and it brings up Ayana Uranga. And the first pitch, she fouls off. I think she caught it on her hand as she was swinging through it. So the count's 0-1. She'll take a couple of extra swings. Seems like she's okay. Came inside on her, and as she went around it, caught her on the bat and on the hand. And this one softly hit towards short, and Ortiz throws on to first and got her. Good dig out of the dirt there by Rain Daly, and the inning is over. So Lady Tigers do surrender one hit, one runner left on, no errors, and no runs. 2-1, Alamogordo up to hits as we go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And a 1-0 pitch coming up to Mariah Granados. And she will softly hit this to third, and it is caught over at third. And there is one down. 2, 3, 4 in the order. Due up for the Lady Tigers. Sydney Lessentine, her second try. She grounded out to short her first time at the plate. Montenegro sitting up on the outer half of the plate, and Lessentine still swings anyway, sends this right out to center field. And a base hit. We'll see if we get a courtesy runner here for Sid. It certainly looks like that's going to be the case. Waiting to see who the courtesy is going to be this time. Okay. Haven't seen her be the courtesy runner quite as much in recent games, but number 17, Riley Rankin, comes on to run. And I'll bring up Haley Evans, who popped out to the second baseman, her first time up, getting her second try. One down and a runner on first. Alamogordo in front, 2-1 on Gadsden. And the pitch is outside, and Rankin is going to steal. That throw was off the mark, and it was a Montenegro made a wonderful throw on the steal in the last one. But I will also say the second baseman did not come over to cover the bag on that, so I think you did have the shortstop coming over in that particular spot, but still there wasn't somebody else to come over and help in that spot. High fly ball that is going to go foul at the first base side. And the count evens up at 1-1 on Evans. That went into the batting cages over here on the right-hand side. Gomez ready to go. He's been pretty solid here in this game for Gadsden. That's a good pitch there from Gomez. Gets a called strike on the outside corner, 1-2. The pitch sort of tailing away. And again, a long look onto her pitch sheet for Gomez. She has it on her belt. And tried to hit that same spot, but didn't get the call this time. 2-2. Rankin, the courtesy runner at second after Lessontine's one-out single. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout. 2 down. Brings up Rain Daly, who reached on an error in the last inning. Let's see if she can come up with a base hit and bring in a run. That actually did bring in a run on that misplay. There's the pitch. High and outside. And a quick throw back to the pitcher. For a second, they were going to try to throw out the second. Rankin had taken at least a decent run over to third. She stays at second, though, and it's a 1-0. Outside it misses. And again, they're quickly throwing it back to the pitcher here. Usually you're not going to make a pickoff throw to second just based on the unlikelihood of you're going to be able to get that. First and third, though, there's always a chance of that being successful. And that's in there for a called strike, 2-1. 2 outs, runner on second. Alamogordo holding on to a 2-1 lead. This one has been far more competitive than the first game. And thankfully, our broadcast is working correctly for the more entertaining game of the two. We're happy about that. And this one is off the end of the bat to second, throw to first, and the inning is over. 4-3 on the putout, and it's a 2-1 lead for Alamogordo through 3 complete. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winner's Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winner's Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU has a Visa Platinum credit card. It offers a low introductory rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, low monthly payment, and more. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and the pitching merry-go-round continues. We're back to Iceland Ortiz, who pitched the first inning of this game and the first 3 innings of the last game, and here's one that is hit softly to shallow left field, and that's a base hit to begin the inning for Gadsden. Lisa Gomez with her second appearance on the base pass today. She'll get a courtesy runner. It'll be Avril Heredia coming on and running again. And so Sienna Gonzalez comes to the plate. She singled. She did that off of Alexis Rodriguez. Of course, that eventually led to the run coming in for Gadsden. Ortiz will miss high and outside. Counts 1-0. So I guess my next question will be, will they switch it back around to Alexis? Swing and a miss on a running swing from Gonzalez, 1-1. And just kind of work it around and back to Sid. And it looked like I was having a little bit of a conversation with the field umpire there for a second. Here's the 1-1. And here's a bunt, and that was almost a protective measure there from Gonzalez. Looked like the pitch was coming up in on her, and sort of used the bat to help direct the softball away from her. So it's 1-2. Runner on first and nobody out, and that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And there's one down. That is strikeout number 3 for Iceland Ortiz. And it'll bring up Michaela Lotta, who reached on an error, which allowed a run to come in the second inning. Pitch is going to miss high and away. 1-0. By the way, from down in the dugout, they did score that in E4 back in the second inning, so that's their official number, which they are way, way more official than me when it comes to that stuff. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Runner's going to get back in time as Daly applies the tag. It's going to be 2-0 at the plate here. It's Alata with one down. And the pitch. And it's high. And it's quickly 3-0 here on Lotta. Now, Lady Tigers got to be careful. I mean, Gadsden's very much in this game. Alamo has not been able to figure out Gomez yet. And so this is Almo's got to be very careful on how they do things here as a swing and a miss. 2-1. And give credit to Gadsden. You know, they've come up with 2 hits. They've drawn a walk. They've gotten a little bit of help from Alamogordo with the defensive miscue, but here's the 3-1. That's right in there for a strike, and the count goes full 3-2. But Gadsden knows this is their last game of the season. They're going to come out and play as hard as they can. And here's a foul tip off of the catcher, which is Evans now. So the only change is Evans moves behind home plate. Granados moves to short. And so Ortiz, who was playing short in the last inning, is pitching. Everybody else is still in the same position. 3-2. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Here comes a throw to second. Oh, and it just goes through the glove of Granados. She wasn't able to squeeze it. And they almost got a strike him out, throw him out there. If she's able to grab that, she's got the tag because the throw beat the runner, but just missed it. And that will put a runner at second. Then a swing and a miss here from Martinez. 0-1. So it's 2 down in the inning, runner on second, and 0-1 the count here to Martinez. The pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss as she chases one upstairs, and that'll end the inning. So Ortiz ends up striking out the side. She did give up the leadoff single, but no harm, no foul there, and it remains a 2-1 game as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And coming to the plate is Alexis Rodriguez. Pitch is going to miss a little bit high, as Alyssa Gomez, who has been very good in this game for Gadsden. She did not pitch the first game. She was the third baseman, but she's been rock solid for Gadsden this game. Has only allowed to give up an inside-the-park homer to begin the game. Misses again here, 2-0. Rodriguez doubled. Lessentine has a single, so she's only given up 3 hits. Her defense, I think, has committed 3 errors, so that's allowed a few more base runners. And that one's going to miss, I think, a little bit low. 3-0 now to Alexis. It's 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Lady Tigers: Alexis, Alyssa, and Maylee. I'm kind of just curious if Alamogordo is going to go back to Alexis in the next inning for pitching, as that's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Alexis steps back in. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. The count goes full 3-2. Rodriguez, she in her first at bat. Lady Tigers ended up stranded a couple in that inning. And the pitch. And a ground ball and a base hit up the third base line. And it'll get all the way out towards the corner. Here comes the throw in. It'll be a stand-up double for Rodriguez, and she's got her second double of the game. And Alamo puts a runner in scoring position right away. And we'll bring up Alyssa Bautista with a opportunity to try to get the Lady Tiger bats going. They just really haven't had any chain hitting, which is what they've done really well recently. And it hasn't been extra base hits. Just single here, single there, single here. And the first game certainly had that, but this game has not. And here we go. Base hit to the right side. That should score the run. Rodriguez will round, and it's an RBI single for Alyssa Bautista. And Alamogordo goes in front now 3-1. Their first run since the first inning. Held scoreless in the second and the third. Brings up Maylee Herrera, who popped out to center field in her first at-bat. Was looking to bunt. And pitch is going to be a called strike, even though she brought the bunt back. And it'll be 0-1. And it's still one of those you just feel like this Lady Tiger lineup will break loose here at some point. Pitch is going to miss outside. Another bunt attempt from Herrera, 1-1. You knew it at some point it was probably going to go that way, but we'll see. Double single to begin this inning. Can they keep it moving? Bunt, and that's going to be fouled off. Puts the count at 1-2 now to Herrera. Ortiz in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. Still have not gotten a score update for you on Tularosa baseball. We should maybe get some updates here. I'll see if Alamogordo baseball, most of the year they've been putting stuff up on their Max Preps page. So kind of curious to see if still has not loaded up the first Gadsden game. So we'll possibly let you know they should be done by the time we're done here, but baseball obviously can take considerably longer than softball in a doubleheader situation. Pitch is going to miss outside here to Herrera, 2-2. Thule baseball played Capitan. I thought it was a 3 o'clock start time. Maybe they didn't start till 5. And then you've got Tularosa baseball out in Lordsburg and Mescalero Apache baseball hosting Capitan. Right back up the middle, base hits by Herrera. And let's see, another single for Alamogordo. And Alamogordo has now strung together 3 consecutive hits. And Iceland Ortiz will come to the plate. She reached on an error in the second, then was caught stealing later in that inning. A nice throw from the catcher, Montenegro. And ready to go here from Gomez. Ortiz lays down a pretty nice bunt here. This will be a tough throw. It is not in time. Okay. I couldn't tell. Look at the umpire was initially calling out, then changed to safe. It was kind of a weird. And I think we're going to see a courtesy runner here for Alamogordo. So you would assume that Ice is going to come back and pitch in the next inning. And Amani Kosum will come to the plate with the bases loaded. But a bunt single for Ortiz. That was a well-placed bunt. Or maybe it's just a pinch runner, or I'm not sure what the call is going to be. It's also going to lead the Gadsden coach to come out and talk to his pitcher, I assume. I don't know if there was something causing her issue or he noticed something in what she was doing pitching there. And so and a lot of times the good umpires will, instruct and kind of point out, you're doing this, you need to do this instead. If you keep doing something like this, we'll have to call an illegal pitch or something along those lines. So, I think that's the right way to go about it, and give some guidance, especially at the high school level. As you get higher up, obviously you just need to know. So base is loaded, still nobody out, and looked like Kosum was going to bunt, and pitch missed outside, 1-0. Kosum looking to swing away this time. It's going to be a called strike, 1-1. So maybe he had no intention of swinging at that first pitch. Counts 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Gomez. And this is popped up to the right side. It's going to get down. A little bit of a misplay by the second baseman. They're still having some issues gathering in the softball, and the run will score. And now another run going to try to score, and then slipping and falling was the courtesy runner for Alamogordo. She's going to be out at third as she tried to get back. 2 runs do come across on that play. So we'll give Amani the single, and I think 1 RBI is probably fair there. I think the other one scored on the error. So Bautista scores, and Herrera does come around and score on the play on, it could have been an E9, an E8, or an E4 there. Everybody was around the softball. And then Alamogordo kind of got caught between the base paths, and runner ended up getting tagged out at third, which was Chamberlain, by the way. That's 21. So Ortiz's courtesy runner picked up the first out of the inning. And this is a pop-up to left field, and that's going to drop. Kosum is going to round, and, well, nope, she's going to come back. Thought she was going to try to score there for a second. Granados will end up at second on the play. We'll give her a single. And so it'll be second and third. And Sydney Lessentine coming to the plate. 5-1 Alamogordo, bottom of the fourth inning. Lady Tigers had a one-run lead for the majority of this game, and they finally gotten the bats going. Single, 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 double. Well, Sid hit a 3-run home run in the first game. We'll see if she can come up with something here. She'll watch the first pitch miss. Counts 1-0. Sid 1 for 2. Ground out and a single. Breeze has died down considerably, so if she gets into one, watch that miss high. 2-0. But more hits in this inning than combined the rest of the game for the Lady Tigers. And outside it misses, and 3-0. Certainly can understand the Panthers not being particularly aggressive throwing at Sid here, so. Rio in there for a strike, and Lessentine was taking. And the count goes to 3-1. One down, 3 runs home in the inning for the Lady Tigers. And the pitch. And she gets a piece of it, but sends it foul up the third base side. Count goes out of play. Kind of the last busy doubleheader softball, baseball night of the year. A lot of teams wrapping up their regular seasons today, tomorrow, Saturday. Brackets come out on Sunday around 5:30. And Lessentine strikes out. Mistime that. And there is 2 down. We'll bring up Haley Evans, who has struck out and popped out, and see if she can come up with a big hit to bring in those 2 runners in scoring position. A lot of credit to Gadsden again. They've looked considerably better in a lot of places in this game. Defensively, the pitching, hitting. And it seems like Gadsden's ready to go now. There's a little bit of a pause as the catcher, I think, was talking to the dugout. Pitch is going to miss outside on the first offering, 1-0. And you look at Gadsden's schedule, they had been competitive in some games, I think against Mayfield and Oregon Mountain. Cruces, certainly. And this is hit to left field. Should get down for a base hit. Run scores, and here comes the throw home. It will not be in time. Cut off, as a matter of fact, and it's a 2 RBI double for Haley Evans. And Alamogordo finds himself in front 7-1 with Rain Daly coming to play. It'll be the 9th hitter of the inning. Both Granados and Kosum score on that last play. Gadsden does need to be a little careful here. If Alamogordo scores 4 more runs in this inning, they could end it at the top of the 5th. Want to keep this game going. Pitch is going to miss outside. And it seems even when they have a runner on second or second and third, the catcher Montenegro will quickly throw it back to the pitcher and try to catch one of the Alamogordo runners maybe sleeping a little bit, not paying attention. Down and in it misses, and, well, that's the thing you got to be careful about. The ball went off the glove of the pitcher, so that quick throw, got to make sure it's on the mark, or could give Alamogordo a free base. That one didn't. In fact, it just kind of dribbled away from the pitcher, Gomez. The 1-1. And Daly able to hold up as she check swings. Two 1. Outside. 3-1. Alamo will certainly take base runners, and you've got Alexis Rodriguez, who doubled earlier in the inning, eventually came around and scored. She already has 2 hits in the game. And a late offering there from Daly. 3-2. I think she was holding off on it, but saw that it was going to be in the strike zone and was a little tardy on getting the bat around. 3-2. And the pitch. And she does get a piece of it, pops it up back to the backstop, and that was well done by Daly to get something on that pitch because it kind of came up and in on her and was a difficult place to get the bat around, but she was able to make it happen there. And the count remains 3-2. 2 outs, runner on second. And the pitch. Oh, called strike 3 on the inside corner, and the inning is over. And the ladies add 5 in the inning. It's 7-1. We go to the top of the 5th. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winter Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in New Mexico. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NMAA and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and the Alamogordo Lady Tigers leading 7-1. We go to the top of the 5th. It'll be Brianna Soria leading things off, and she'll foul off the first offering as she came around late on that, 0-1. So, keeping things the same this inning. We got Iceland Ortiz in the circle. No change from the last inning. And Alamogordo's in front, 7-1. And misses that one just a little bit low. Count evens up at 1-1 on Soria. Number 8 hitter, Soria, and then it'll be Montenegro, the catcher. And Pinon, the leadoff hitter, will come back up for the third time in this one. Fouled off and back to the screen. Takes the count to 1-2. So again, as we look forward to the weekend, 5:30, we'll see the brackets come out. Alamogordo is going to be a state playoff team. We know that much. And probably, I think at minimum, they'll be a 5 seed. Could be as high as a 3, somewhere between there. And a swing and a miss, and a strikeout. Ortiz now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in this game. Lady Tiger pitchers have punched out Gadsden hitters 8 times in this game. Genesis Montenegro comes to the plate for the second time. Struck out her first time up, and she'll watch that one miss, 1-0. And a high, it misses. And the count 2-0. Well, even though it was a one-run game for quite a long time, it feels like Almo's been in control in this game. Fouled off, and they'll go towards the Alamogordo dugout, 2-1. Just kind of waiting to see when the Alamogordo bats were going to start getting some consistency. It started in the last inning. We'll see if that carries forward to the fifth inning. They only need 4 runs to end this one as long as Gadsden doesn't pick up any here. Swing and a miss on the 2-1. It's 2-2. Ortiz has looked really solid. She didn't give up a hit in her first game, throwing 3 innings, and she has not given up a hit. No, she did give up a hit in the last inning. Tried to hit the spot at the knees on the outside corner, didn't get the call, 3-2. And that is a called strike 3 as that comes across the plate, down and in on the hitter. And another strikeout for Ortiz. She has been very, very good in this doubleheader. And Pignon will come to the plate. Ground out and a walk in her, or should they ground out and a single in her 2 tries. Looking for hit number 2, and she did pick up. And that one's going to come in and hit her. And so Pignon will get on with the hit batsman. And she's going to walk it off up the first base line. Alamogordo's infield's going to come in and talk things over. Calderon will come to the plate, 0-2. Looks like she's good to go. That being Pignon. I'm trying to remember. So Pignon got her single off of the lesson team. Ortiz has pitched the first, the fourth, and the fifth. Rodriguez pitched the second, and Sid pitched the third. Ice pitched all 3 innings in the 15-0 win in game number 1. Two outs and runner on first. And Ortiz into the line. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, and that one is stabbed by Daly at first. She'll step on the bag, and are they going to call that fair or foul? Looks like it's going to be fair. I thought she took it right off of the line, and it will be. So 3 unassisted. Really nice play there from Rain Daly to pick up out number 3 in the inning. Lady Tigers will come up. Alexis Rodriguez will lead it off in the bottom of the 5th. Alamogordo with a 7-1 lead. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
OFCU has a Visa Platinum credit card. It offers a low introductory rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, low monthly payment, and more. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As Alexis Rodriguez leads off for the Lady Tigers in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch missed, as did the second, as Alyssa Gomez continues. Overall, a pretty solid effort from her in the circle for the Lady Panthers. 2-0. And this is hit high in the air to left field. It is carrying. It is off the glove of the left fielder. Rodriguez racing around second, going to try to get the third. Throw is there, but she steps around the tag as there was trouble at third. Boy, that was pretty good from Alexis. She kind of did a little shuffle, went 1 foot forward, took a step back, went around the tag, and got to third. That was pretty good. I'm going to give her the triple. She was hustling her way around the base pass. She deserves that triple. So double, triple now for Rodriguez. And I think that even got a laugh out of Coach Ronnie Reyes. Certainly looked like there was a smile over there, but I can't quite tell. So it'll be Alyssa Bautista to the plate now. Brought in Alexis with an RBI single in the last inning. And the pitch will miss outside. 1-0. So once again, the Lady Tigers do score 4 runs in this inning. And will come to a close. And that'll miss high from Gomez. 2-0. And this one hit in the air to left field. And she's got it. It will allow the run to score, though. Sac fly RBI for Bautista. So the hustle and then the nifty footwork there from Rodriguez allows the run to score. Otherwise, that might be 2 outs right there. This one hit in the air over towards third, and it's a drop ball by the third baseman. And yeah, I mean, you can honestly look at this inning and say if the left fielder maybe reads the play a bit better and left and makes the grab, that might have been an out with Alexis. If the third baseman cleanly grabs the ball from the cutoff, and they tag Alexis out there at third, then you would have just a pop-out for Alyssa. And then right there, that was what should have been a pop-out for Maley, and ends up being an E5. Ortiz at the plate. First pitch misses, 1-0. That's in the dirt, and it's going to bounce away from the catcher, and that'll allow Herrera to advance to second on the stolen base, or I guess on the wild pitch more than anything else. She might have had it anyway without the pitch getting away. Do have some finals for Mescalero Apache and Capitan. Mescalero Apache lost 16-6 and 11-4 to wrap out their 2023 season. Ground ball, base hit to the left side, and Herrera will most likely score here. She will race around third and score. Runner advances to second. The play, it's 9-1. RBI single for Ortiz. She ends up at second on the throw. So, yeah, 2 runs home in this inning, I would argue, off of defensive miscues. And we're going to see some changes here for Gadsden. So had one player change out at second, another one at third. So they've made a couple of defensive switches here for the Panthers. And it'll be a runner on second still, and it'll be Omani Kosum coming to the plate. Hit an inside the park home run earlier in the game. And singled home a run in the fourth. She's scored 2 runs herself as well. Pitch is going to miss high. 1-0 to Kosum. So Rodriguez hit a ball deep out to left field that just tipped off the end of the glove of the left fielder, and then she tried to extend it to a triple and was able to nicely avoid a tag. As another pitch misses high. Bautista then hit the sac fly that knocked her in. Misplay on a soft little pop-up over to third allowed Herrera to reach. She moved to second on a wild pitch and then scored on the single from Ortiz. And this one is fouled off and back out of play. And Chamberlain, by the way, is again the courtesy runner for ice. 2-1, the count to Kosum. Three and one as it misses, and the count in Kosum's favor here. See what she gets. Down and in it misses. Kosum will go to first, and a little bit of trouble with the pitch allows Chamberlain to advance. Kosum had turned the corner, but does get back to first in time. And so it's a walk to Kosum, and the game-ending run is on the base pass here. Again, if Alamo scores 2 more runs in the inning, then this will be a mercy rule game. Here in the 5th with Alamogordo leading 9-1, already 2 runs home in the inning. And Mariah Granados, who has reached on a single and scored, reached on an error and scored and popped out. She shows bunt, brings it back. Kosum will advance to second with no throw. And it's 1-0 at the plate to Mariah. So now 2 runners in scoring position and a base hit with, certainly with Kosum's speed, should end this ball game. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Counts 1-1. Granados, one of 2 Lady Tiger seniors. Rain Daly, the other. They'll be honored post-game. The 1-1. And hard hits. Is it going to stay fair? It will not. So that one hooks foul, and 1-2 now to Granados. One out. And a long wait here as Gadsden deciding on the next pitch, and they're ready to go now. Here it comes. Yeah, ground ball right back up the middle. That's through, and this probably will be the ball game. Kosum comes around and scores. It's 11-1, and that is it. So it's a 2 RBI single for Granados, and this one is over. The Lady Tigers win 11-1. We'll come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winner's Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winner's Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU has a Visa Platinum credit card. It offers a low introductory rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, low monthly payment, and more. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Alamogordo winner in Game 2 of the doubleheader, 11-1. They won the first game 15-0. And Amani Kosum finished 2 for 3. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, inside the park homer, and a single. Mariah Granados, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Sydney Lessentine had a single. Haley Evans had a 2 RBI double, went 1 for 3. Alexis Rodriguez went 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a triple and 2 runs scored. Alyssa Bautista with a single and an RBI, and also picked up an RBI and a sac fly. Maylee Herrera singled and scored 2 runs, and Iceland Ortiz, 2 singles and an RBI and a run scored. Ortiz pitched the majority of the game for the Lady Tigers, 3 innings, picked up 8 strikeouts in the game. Sydney Lessentine pitched an inning. Alexis Rodriguez pitched an inning for the Lady Tigers. So that'll do it for the final regular season games of 2023. Alamogordo should be in the state playoffs, or they will be in the state playoffs on Sunday. We'll get the brackets, and it'll just be depending on where the seeding is. But we should have one more home game for the Lady Tigers. It'll be a single game coming up on Friday, I would believe, next week. I think they can do it on Saturday. It just sort of depends on who's making the trip. So it may depend on a lot of that. But I'm sure Alamogordo would prefer a Friday night game, I would assume. Gadsden having their seniors on. This is always a nice touch that I feel. I know I've seen some other teams do it, but Lady Tiger softball is the one I've noticed it more than any other, that they make sure to honor the Gadsden or the opposing team's seniors. And a lot of times it ends up being Gadsden. Gadsden and Alamo usually end up playing the final game of the year over the years. So I really love the fact that Shar and Ronnie really like to honor the opposing team's seniors, and especially, this is going to be their last game. A lot of the time, the final game of the year ends up being the final regular season game. So it's well done there. All right, that's going to do it for our broadcast. We'll post stats and all the other information up on our Facebook page, so go ahead and check that out. And we'll talk to you guys on the roundup tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Next Lady Tiger softball broadcast, again, should be next Friday would be what I would guess. But make sure you're on our Facebook and on our Twitter to make sure you know for sure when those are going to be. Again, congratulations to Rain and to Haley as they are honored on senior night. And congratulations to the Lady Tigers as they finish off the regular season at 19-7. And they end up going 12-3 in district. Send it to ESPN Radio here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Y'all have a great night.
No roadblocks are scheduled for the remainder of today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect an overnight low of 45. Cloudcroft and the mountain areas, an overnight low of 30. For tomorrow, sunny skies, mostly clear tomorrow night. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 79, low of 53. For Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 59, and an overnight low of